Hey everybody, my name is Angie Murenga and you're watching Just Angie. And today I want to talk about riding the waves in the different seasons of love, because we're in the month of love. February is the month of love. There's a lot of love flowing everywhere, but also love has seasons. And somebody even said to me that love is like a rose. And a rose is a beautiful flower, but it has a stem, and in the stem there are thorns. And even I was thinking about, even when you reach out to pick up a rose, how you have to be careful how you reach out and pick it up. And isn't God amazing that in the same love communication of the flower and the beauty, He put both the beauty and that which will sort of make you snap back, because if you touch the prickly part of the thorns, then you move, but your action will be to pull back. And that reminds me about love. And sometimes I think about the context of seasons, and I'm thinking, even with a child, when you're raising up a child, there's a place where you pour out a lot of love in this child, but then there's a place where you have to let go. But it also does not change the fact that you love each other. It's just that the love has changed. So that's one aspect. I pray I'm coming back to that one. Then there's the part also, I would relate it to marriage, where marriage goes through different seasons, and if it's not marriage, it's any relationship. Every relationship will go through seasons. So I think handling those three, I think I want to talk about. So handling relationships, so whether it's a marriage relationship or a friendship relationship or a bring up a child relationship, there's need to understand that love goes through different seasons, So like for me right now, my daughter, we're in the season where I'm letting go, and it's been hard, but I even felt it. I felt it when I finally got it, And the best thing is having precedent. I think that's it. Because what I did is I remembered, and I said, how do me and my mom behave, my mom is not in my business all the time. She doesn't know where I am, what I'm doing. She's trusted. She brought us up, and then she let that relationship now evolve and let me become an adult. And that's where I am right now with my daughter. And it can be a very painful time, or it can be a very fulfilling time. Why would it be painful? Because you don't want to let go, or you don't want to ride the wave in the season. What season are we in? I mean, people always say that when young women get married and have their children, that's when they need their mothers, when they realize, hey, this is what motherhood is about. Just the process of birthing, let alone bringing up, there's a way that they identify back with their mother. But in this season, what have I learned to do? I've learned to love on myself. And I think it's a very, very beautiful statement and season. So I think I need you to identify where you are in your season of love. So like for me, there's a lot now of focus on me, which probably wasn't there before. So I'm focusing on me, focusing on what makes me happy. What do I need to do? I'm very busy, thank God. And I'm very busy, and that's great. Then I'm looking at my parents now, sort of they're getting older. How do I love them in this season? How do I acknowledge their fears? How do I honor them? That's a different season. And even in the marriage or any relationship, I mean, even recently, I just found that with my friends, something just went through. It was looking like I didn't know what was happening. It was like there was a lot of anxiety. But transition also, I've done a video on that, brings anxiety. It brings what I call angst. And therefore, when you're in a relationship, even with people that you love, understand that people are going through seasons. Is this friendship transitioning? Is this marriage transitioning? Is this relationship with my child transitioning? And then manage the transition. This is not the place to cut off and break off. This is the place to sort of, I feel like, be still, examine what's happening. Before you speak, look deep into yourself. Why am I feeling this way? What is what's the potential of these feelings? Is it positive? Is it negative? What actions do I need to take? And maybe what do I need to do now? And what do I need to do later? It's so funny. I love watching movies, and once in a while, that's my distress. That's how I distress, is watching movies in my house, in the comfort of my living room. But I watched something yesterday which I was like, wow, I wish we had some of this wisdom. Even wisdom comes from movies. How this lady had found out that her husband was having an affair, and she didn't say anything about it for 4 days. Now I can do that. At the time, my younger self, I was like, have to handle it now. So I think that's what I'm talking to somebody out there about. There's a season, there's a wave. You need to ride it. You need to think of the consequences of all your actions. You need to understand, why is this happening to me right now? What's the best way to deal with this situation? And then it will be a better outcome. Like for me, I've realized I love Althea. Althea's got her own life. Althea's doing her own things. I still maintain that healthy, hi, how are you doing? We can talk, but I don't need to know everything that's going on in her life. I don't need to be in her business. I don't need to be firing with her. I need also to find myself. What do I need to do with me? And I don't know, that's what I'm feeling. I'm really sensing, just identify what's going on, you know? Is it the marriage? Is your spouse going through something? Have they become more quiet, you know? And I was back to my story of the movie, how it took her like 4 or 5 days before she didn't even confront, can't say confront. She just had a conversation with her husband about this affair. It was very calm, it was very tearful. Okay, it's a movie, but still, you know, real life happens. Me, I draw real life principles for those things. That whatever it is that your relationship is going through, ride the wave, ride the storm, try to do as little damage as possible. I think that's very, very important. Think about the other person. What's their perspective? Step into their shoes and see the whole situation from their side. And if it's children, they still love you. But there's a place where you have to let go, where you have to believe that you have put into them everything that you can. You've given them everything. You've trained up a child in the way that they should go, and you trust and believe that they are going to live life full of God's glory, full of making the right choices. If they make the wrong choices, God is there with them. Prayer is the thing that keeps them. I think prayer really helps in situations where there are children, but also helps, I guess, even in a situation where there is marriage. It's like, or even just friendships in relationships. Just praying that the person will make the right decisions, will move forward in the right way, and praying the best for them. Yeah, praying the best for them. And then understanding, you know, it's not like when it comes back, you're supposed to say, you see, I told you so. I told you, you'll need me. There's no mother who, when their child now needs them, says, you see, you didn't need me that time, but now you need me. But you have to be careful. For me, I think what it's also making me do is I keep looking at my parents and saying, one day I'm going to be that age. So I have compassion. I think that's the word. I have compassion. And then I also see, I guess, my relationship with my daughter right now and have compassion and understanding, because I myself was there being that daughter. And therefore, if it's a friendship, if it's a marriage, see yourself there. And then look at, like for a marriage, I'm thinking, why did we get married in the first place? Remember why we got married. Remember, what was the vision? What were we trying to aim? What are we doing? Are we doing it? And what's the best way to turn the situation around? I feel in my spirit, slowly, gently, with a lot of love, because it's a season of love. Happy Valentine's. It's a Valentine season. Happy love season. And God bless you. And thank you for watching Just Angie. And keep your comments and your feedback coming. It's very encouraging, very positive, and even what's negative, we're able to deal with it and handle it. So thank you so much. God bless you and take care. Bye-bye.